Hey guys, I'm Rhaj, Tailor designer out of Barbados, and you're watching #Tailored. Tailoring, design, style. I'm Rhaj, Tailor designer out of Barbados. Today is a very special day because for episode 1 we're visiting my favorite guy, one of my best friends in the world. Tailor's tailor, designer's designer, one of the rude boy tailors out of Barbados. You know who I mean, we're talking about Rojoe. Get ready, pack it up, pack it in, let's head over and check him out. Like back in the day, right? Like before I even got into fashion, when I say got into fashion, making my own fashion, the thing is that I used to love skateboarding so much. And I mean so much. Every day home from school, you know, every weekend out, you know, skating all over Barbados, man, with friends. And one of the things about skateboarding is how much style was in it. I always said fashion per se, but definitely like skateboarders had their own style. And that wide leg beat at that time was everything. Cut off at the bottom, wide and flailing, you know what I mean? So, bottom fuzz out, you know what I mean? Fuzz out, you know, and it big, you know what I mean? Like you got room, right? But at the same time, it was such a cool aesthetic. It was like, yo, B, that's the business right there. But you know, I just could not go anywhere and buy that. I don't think I had any kind of idea about like how would I go about even doing this. You know, where would I start? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like if we knew people who was doing it in Barbados. It's not like there were brands selling like that on that casual level, like that. You know what I mean? That you could go and learn from or anything. It was just like, I don't know, but it's something that would be cool to do. I saw John wearing these green wide leg jeans. And I was like, yo, B, like, where'd you get those? He said, man, the tailor made these, man. So he was like, nah, man, this guy, roll in. Is who you gonna see. I reach out to you, give me a number, I reach out to you, and next thing you know, we met up in Queens Park. With our big duffel bag of dope stuff that you had, man.
I remember your first task was to make a plaid waistcoat.
Yeah. One of the big ones, like the denim.
I think it was red.
Yeah,
and black.
Red, black, and off-white.
Right, I remember clearly. And when you came back to me, the lines was everything to line up. Everything line up.
Yeah.
I said you got the talent, you got the skill. Rhaj, you grow from strength to strength, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Listen, I admire you, boy.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
This thing called a stitch count. That people don't know. People make clothes, but they don't know about the stitch count. When you're gonna make a jeans, it might be at least about 6 stitches per inch. But if you're going to make something more nice and dressy,
delicate,
it might be 10 stitches per inch.
Shortest stitches.
They call it
the
stitch count. And a lot of people don't know that.
Agreed. That stitch count itself has a way of either communicating authenticity or not. You know what I mean? Like if you see it, if it's right, it's like, I don't know why that's so good, but it is. When it's wrong, it's obvious. It's like, what's so white? Like, why is that? Or that's so tight. Like, why is that so tight on jeans? Why is that so white on a shirt? Yeah. So you might not know when it's right. You might not know what it is that's making you feel like this shit is dope.
But I studied this thing real hard for years.
But bro, you didn't study this thing formally. You didn't like go to school for this.
No,
you didn't go to college for this. You didn't go to FIT. Like, but when you say you study it, you just mean like you put so much attention and focus on good stuff that was happening. You say like, how can I mirror this or surpass this?
Right.
Yeah.
Because mine's supposed to look if they come from Italy.
Yeah.
Or any part of the world
nobody's
where the
supposed to be
standards
like,
are so high.
yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's supposed to say that I made that.
Right.
That get met. That's the word I use. That get met. I didn't know come about. Listen, I remember moving from Wharton to Lodge Road. And when this girl saw me, she said, "A dresser no move up here."
Oh snap. So fam, we just got Rojoe trimmed up, he's cleaned up, he's sharpening up, about to go get some gear on. I'm gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna go meet up with him and have a proper chat now. So let's get it. So Rojoe, tell me about your origins in tailoring, you know, how did you get into it? What was your genesis for that?
I figure it was my love for dressing up. My mother used to make clothes, but I never studied what my mother was doing or anything so, because she used to make, like, if we go into a fair, she would make me and my brothers shirt to match different things, but I never really thought that I would become a designer. I used to paint cars. That was my first trade.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
As good as I could make clothes, I could have painted a car.
Wow. Okay.
But going to school, they had a bag called a Lee Cooper bag.
Yeah.
But back then, if my mother couldn't afford it, I make it.
I see.
Just as good as the Lee Cooper.
Right.
So going to school, everybody want me to make a Lee Cooper bag. That type brand bag. After I finished school, I used to surf. I remember a guy had a pair of shorts, and I asked him where he get them from. He said he make them. I said, but I can make a better pair of shorts than that.
Ro, one of the things that I think you're best known for is how clean your work is. What type of qualities distinguish your work from other people's work? I can stop you right now as you're thinking that thought. Do you remember one time telling me, man, that you had made a pair of pants and somebody had turned it inside out and was like, yeah, I could wear this pants inside out because of how beautiful the inside of it was?
Well, really and truly, that's why I tell you earlier, Clark, about stitching straight stitching.
Yeah.
Stitching is important. Every detail in the clothes, in the fabric, must count. Now, there's so many times I make saying like a waistcoat for a guy. He come to pick it up, I said try it on, and he tried it on the wrong side and thought it was the right side. It's that cleanness that you want.
I think that does distinguish your work from a lot of people because
exactly.
It is what really, I mean, it's part of what stood out to me. The accuracy and excellence in the craftsmanship stood out to me, but also just the super cleanness about it all, really.
It's
damn.
It's about the cleanness.
Yeah.
As I say, if you can sew something, it might not be the best fit, but let's say that you saw something and had it selling at the airport. A person passed through the airport and see this item.
Yeah.
It's so well done, they want to buy it.
Yeah.
But when they buy it and carry it home, it's only realize it's not a good fit. But you see, as it tell the cleanness, the finish, and the hanger appeals, we trap them.
I see. Bro, this is a slightly, controversial question, but I feel it's important, I feel it's relevant. So Rojoe, you're a heterosexual male in fashion design, and sometimes there's some stigma attached to being a male in design, in fashion. How have you handled those challenges?
To be honest with you, I don't mind stigma. Because whether or not people will say something about you because you dress too nice. Now, I remember going to do a show in Jamaica, but Carlton Brown was taking me to a fabric store. I remember two ladies sitting down by the fabric store selling fruits. While I crossing the road, my hair was honey blonde. I had on nice pointy tip boots and tight pants and everything. Big collar, big cuff. But you know what they say in Jamaica, man in tight pants and killer body man and all that. So while crossing the road, I see this woman pointing at me sort of. I said, oh dear, I know what she's thinking about me. So when I crossed, I said, excuse me, I'm a fashion designer from Barbados. She say, boy, me not give a fuck who you are. But one thing me could say, you dress nice. Now when she said, boy, me not give a fuck who you are,
Yeah, you thought it was going.
I tell myself it's going the wrong way,
Yeah,
boy.
it's going wrong. It's going
wrong,
yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
But she said, but one thing me could say, you dress fucking nice. Now, here in Barbados, everybody thought I was gay for some reason because of my style. I wasn't gay and I never be gay. I have no problem with gay people. No problem. But I know I like fine things. Now there's so many rude boys I teach to dress. Teach them. I say you gotta wear this big baggy foolish thing you wearing look bad upon you. Man, and telling me, you know, I learn from you. And you know I will never ever wear a big pants again.
The way that I understand it is that you didn't do any formal training. You didn't go to school. You didn't go to fashion college. You didn't train as a tailor. How'd you get your skills? I mean, like, what did you do to really develop your skills as a tailor? I mean, you didn't just get on a sewing machine and it started to happen by itself. I mean, like, you know, what was your entry point to it? Like, okay, I'm gonna try and make this.
Well, as I would say, I didn't go anywhere to learn, but God played a great part in my life. I didn't learn very well at school because, as I tell you, I didn't like school due to a certain reason. But God is so good to give me a talent. Talents, because my talent is not making clothes or painting cars. My talent is talent. I can do what I choose to do.
Creative person.
Just like that.
Creativity.
And do it just as good as anything else.
Excellent.
And my talent is talent, not making clothes.
See.
But I just does it well.
So hand-eye and aesthetic
Exactly.
that's sort of unique.
Yeah.
Okay. Modeling. I noticed that you had some older photographs of yourself modeling. I was wondering if did you do any modeling for anyone before that, or did you just go straight into just wearing your own clothes and taking those photographs and modeling them yourself? You know, you did your own thing.
I went for modeling interview. I get called to model, but I didn't like what I saw, so I said I ain't really coming.
So you just strictly dealt with your own things. You would wear your own clothes, have pictures taken, so you model
exactly
your own stuff.
I
model for yourself.
Pictures, right? Marketing myself,
right?
Because you didn't have the money to, let's say, pay newspaper ads or TV ads or radio ads. So what you do? I go to town, dress very nice. Sometimes people see me in a shirt and say, well, I like that shirt. I say, well, if you like it, you can have it. Some people follow me home and buy the shirt I have on. I say, well, I gotta wash it. You say, no, I'm not washing. I can wash it. They just want the shirt. And that happened up to recently. A couple guys wanted the shirt that I was wearing. I remember I was in Austin. I make a t-shirt and a white man say, I love your t-shirt. Where you get it? I say, I made it. But it'll be yours for the right price. I come home bareback. I ride home bareback. Everything I wear, I don't know what it's about me. I think that God made me and molded me in a special way. I don't want to speak unless I mention God, because it's because of God that I'm here anyway. I didn't make myself either. And as good as I could make clothes, it's as good as how God made me.
I got you, Tailor God.
Tailor God.
Guys, thanks for being with us today. That was episode number 1 of #Taylor. You met my guy, you met Rojoe, my mentor, my inspiration. Thank you for being with us. Look out for number 2 episode coming to you soon. #Taylor. See ya.